Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. This video is going to be my feedback on the interview I did with Phases The Next Level and Mr. Kip Hinton. Now before I go into the interview, for those of you who don't know who Kip is, you can do a little background search and you'll find that he has quite an extensive background with the police force. So the fact that he was a bodyguard for R. Kelly, that gives a little more weight to the things that he has to say, in my opinion. May just be me, but you would think with a person with such a extensive background in the police force, if they had seen any indications of abuse, they would surely act on it. Kip has been nominated and awarded for his work as a bodyguard, and you can do a little search on that as well. But let's go into this interview.
Okay, so Kip, we just, of course, want to clarify again on Phases about the Facebook interview. It wasn't a YouTube interview. It was edited up, chopped up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even an interview. It was just me and my brother, Marcus Devine, whom you know, he's from Detroit. He's a music producer, and he and I go back 25 years. I mean, like, he was Aaliyah's first background singer, and then later on became a close friend of hers, and also became one of the producers on some of her later work when she was working with Missy and Timberland and them. This was after she left Robert as a mentor and producer, and of course we know after the alleged marriage. He and I were talking offline, and I said, "You know what, Kip? Let's go on Facebook and continue this conversation on live. We talked about a plethora of things about the past,
Right.
Just reminiscing." And it got to a point where we started talking about Leah, and he was like, "Well, the things what you know now that you didn't know back then." He asked me, "Did I think that did anybody know what was going on or whatever?" And I just gave my honest opinion. Like, hell yeah, somebody knew. People knew. Family probably knew. I mean, her mother, her father, her uncle, who managed Rob Berry, was around 24/7. Her little brother was there all the time. And I said, in the grand scheme of things, when I was referring to, I wish I could have helped her more. Leah was going through some personal things in her life. This was after the fact. This was after all of the Robert stuff or whatever. And I just said I wish I could have helped her more. Just same thing with Robert. Hindsight's 2020. Fast forward, could I have done more to help him? With decision making and people that was around him and people that was stealing from him. Yeah, I wish I could have helped him more. But in the grand scheme of things, I had a job and a role, and I didn't overstep that. So in that conversation that Marcus and I had, I think that if you look at the live video, it doesn't. First of all, it doesn't show what we were talking about. It doesn't see the question prior to me answering the question. When I said, yeah, people knew, her family probably knew or whatever. It took everything out of context and cut and chopped and screwed and edited the video. Post the whole entire live, post the whole video so people get the context of what I was saying and what I was talking about. So, I mean, I just wanted to come on and give clarity for people that got to see that didn't understand that, and also about, when Leah passed away, I was very emotional. I get emotional every time I talk about her because she was my friend. She remained my friend right up until the time of her death. This is even after she left Robert. And, I just wanted to come in and just clear that up. And normally I don't talk about her because number one, she's not able to defend herself, and two, it's just like a real touchy situation for me.
Right. Okay, so I hope that this would be the last time that you would have to talk about her because
it is. I don't owe nobody no explanation. I just talked to those folks in Chicago about that. They asked me, they watched it as well, and asked me what I mean by what I meant, and I had to explain that to them. So that's why I'm explaining that right now. And this is my last time ever addressing that.
Okay.
Because number one, Robert has never been brought up on any charges regarding Aaliyah. You understand what I'm saying? She has nothing to do with his current situation, or she shouldn't even be the topic of discussion right now of this entire thing. It's just that the internet people will just drag her, accuse you. I've been called all kinds. I've been called a rape apologist. People said that I must have been doing the same thing to the girls. They just said a bunch of ugly things.
Yeah.
The internet. I just leave it alone. I just want to clarify some things for the people who know me, who watch this. They know my character. They know who I am.
Right.
You know.
I can relate to you because of R. Kelly had court this past week, and of course, you know, they mentioned that he had some health issues going. Well, just, you know, he had an infection in his toe, couldn't come. Some people are saying that it would be whether he had something going on with his foot or not, that he should have showed up at court because things could have progressed. What do you feel, if anything, about that?
She's still with us?
I think she's frozen.
Oh, okay.
Are you there?
I was just talking about that with the gentleman on my Facebook page.
Oh, there you go.
Are you there? You back?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I was talking about that with some people on my Facebook, and I just was like, that just gave me all kind of mixed emotions. Like, okay, so he has an infection. Does that imply that the housing is unsanitary, or like what's going on? It's a lot that goes through my mind when I hear about that, because I know a lot of other inmates have complained about getting infections from being incarcerated. So that was the first thing I thought about.
Right. And I heard that the location, like some feds, you know, people say that they live better than the people in the state, but at this particular location, I'm hearing, I don't know, that allegedly it's just not the best location. So, Kip, you had to go to Chicago a couple of times, and you had to talk to the people. So, can you elaborate on that and what you feel about the living arrangements there?
Well, first of all, he's actually where I was. He's upstairs from where I was. He's in a holding facility right now, and those places aren't the best places to be in. You know, it's not a permanent facility. You get shipped out from a diagnostic center or a holding facility. Only time you get shipped out from there is when you go to court and you receive your sentence, and then they'll classify you and send you to whatever federal facility you're going to go to, be it Atlanta, Miami, Detroit, Minnesota, California, wherever they send you. The federal place where he is now is not a federal permanent, it's just a holding facility. It's not a federal jail.
Right. And so, to your point, Prima Donna, too, I was talking to someone else, and it was just like, well, whether he had an infection or not, he should have been at court, no matter what. But we don't know what we just can only go by what they tell us, you know. And I feel like, so my next question to you would be, Prima Donna, what do you feel about Steve Greenberg and his representation for Rob?
I think Greenberg has said a lot of questionable things, but, you know, I'm the type of person, I don't like getting on and saying anything negative, because let's say hypothetically he wasn't for R. Kelly. What is going to, you know, keep him moving forward if we get on the internet and just start bashing him when we don't know exactly what he is or isn't doing?
Right. Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I have a question.
I agree with that. You know, Marvin, and there ain't no secret that I talk back and forth to Nicole Blank. Mm-hmm. You know, Nicole is one of the attorneys on the team.
Right.
I don't have any contact with other attorneys other than her. And what her and I talk about, what we share back and forth about Robert, I communicate to her, you know, to Robert through her, and he does the same, you know, because right now, the visiting list and the phone call situation, because of where he is, none of that stuff is etched in stone yet. He don't enjoy those privileges right now, you know. So
right.
When if he gets shipped out somewhere because he received time, then he'll be able to enjoy the, you know,
right.
A visitor's list. He got to put his number on the phone call list. And things of that nature. So with Nicole, I speak to her, and me personally, I'm gonna put it out there. I don't care. You know, I don't give a shit. I just don't think that. I don't think that this guy's a good. I mean, he's not doing a good job to me. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
Right.
That's just like saying, me root for my home football team and saying that they suck.
Yeah. I get it. I get that. I have a question on the phone. So R. Kelly had court this past week, and of Queen is how can they bring up charges from 2008 to today? Either one of you guys can take that. So Prima Donna, do you want to elaborate on that first? Because I've got a second question to that for Kip.
It just sounds like, to me, hypocritical for them to have these women who have taken settlements and then come back and say R. Kelly's bribing women. It's like, it makes no sense.
Yeah. And
I said the same thing. They asked me a question about that. They said about an interview that I did with you. What did I mean by the girl on PBS? I said, I'm sitting there watching PBS Morning News, and I see a girl who blatantly admitted that she took a payout, a settlement, and signed a non-disclosure, but yet she's here on national TV telling her story as if she's a victim.
I'm hearing some background. Y'all, is somebody's other, are you on both you got a laptop or something and your phone or something? I'm hearing some background noise. It's not bad, but just letting you know. So just to reiterate, Kip, you were called. They came and said you need to come visit with us. And when Homeland Security,
they came to my house.
They came to your house and they said you need to. Okay, let's talk about that. Tell us how that happened, and then we'll go back to the question.
They came to my house deep, and I'm like, do I need to put clothes on to come with y'all, or is this? And they was like, no, we just meeting you. And I'm like, I don't know what all that was about. So I talked to them for a while, and you know, I went there to Chicago. They interviewed me, and then I got a call from the U.S. attorney, one of the investigators from Homeland Security. I just went back to Chicago, and I think it was last week sometime, or maybe 2 weeks ago. I was there, and they had me there for 2 days. The one day, over a 2-day period, they questioned me for 10 hours. You know, and I mean, they want to. I guess they want to know something that I couldn't tell them. You know.
So pretty much, here's my thing, and Prima Donna, we may have talked about this. Like this is federal that's calling you, coming to subpoena Kip to come and talk to him. They get him there. He fine. He went the first time. They call him back to come back, and not for 1 day, but for 2 days, drilling him. This is just sunshine. This is just my opinion. If you already have what you need by way of, you got all the sources you need to try this case, you got all the evidence you need, why are you calling this one person back 3 times? Twice, but 2 days on one of the trips. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like I'm way off out of bounds, or do you feel like that's kind of what you're thinking, is that maybe they don't really have what they're saying or enough of what they're saying to make a case?
Well, it's like when Kim Fox got up on that podium and said, we need you to come forward. We cannot pursue anything if you don't come forward. Like,
they ain't have nothing.
Same thing.
They ain't have nothing.
It's exactly, and the Fed set up a phone line as well. Who does? I mean, when did they start doing that?
So they just do that to try and build their case, to try and have us, even if it's circumstantial evidence, because circumstantial evidence can't stand on its face on a court of law. But if you have a tsunami of it, it's not hard to deduce that a jury is going to sit there and listen to a tsunami of circumstantial evidence that's going to change their train of thinking of how they're looking at the defendant.
Right.
So they're trying to, if you don't have concrete prima facie evidence, it's very, very hard to convict someone on circumstantial evidence.
Right.
And the only reason I'm doing it because I prima donna. She posted something and I watched it and I really, really liked it and I asked you to get us in touch with each other. One, so I give us some clarity, and two, so I want to give my opinion on that because I really, really agree with her. And people were attacking her in the comments,
Yeah.
And I'm like, a couple people were, not a lot of people, but a lot of people agreed too. I'm like,
Yeah.
Come on.
So I wanted.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. So shout out to Prima Donna. We always want to give her props for that. And so thank you for coming, Kip. Let's talk about these NDAs. I got some noise in the back. I don't know whose stuff it is, but it's a little noise. Maybe Kip, do you have your phone and your laptop or something both?
No, I just have my phone.
Okay.
I'm watching the Lakers game, but I turned it down.
Okay. Why won't they? They're wanting to know, and this, I want your opinion on this, Prima Donna. They want to know, why won't they let R. Kelly go? Why won't they let him go? Now, for me, what I'm getting and what I'm hearing is that they saying, allegedly, New York is saying that he allegedly poses a threat. But what are your thoughts around that?
The way it looked like to me is it's some people in the background doing some stuff, and it just looked like it's coming from R. Kelly camp. Like, for example, the Surviving Lies Facebook page, which was supposed to be exposing these women. Well, come to find out, R. Kelly didn't put that site up. That was not his site. That was people in the background doing it. The same thing with that little cease and desist bootleg copy they got to Faith. He did not have anything to do with that. So to the lawyers, the prosecutors, they're going to paint it like R. Kelly is sending these people to do that.
He tampering with witnesses and intimidate people,
And I watch every day, like, some of his fans viciously attacking some of these girls. Like, a lot of the stuff they're doing, they feel like, they're having R. Kelly's back, but it could be looked at as harassment. Like,
it's harming.
Exactly. When I post things, I'm not adding these people. If they come across it, it's because they're searching for it.
Right.
I watch people literally go at these people and then brag about it.
Right. Carolina Diamond, Dr. Rogers, Roger Dodger, could you please send the text message to the other phone? Because I'm on this one on live. So the next question is, do you guys think that, and I think it would be better for you to answer, Kip, do you think that Shona is going to testify? And what could that bring possibilities for her to testify other than what she testified in 2008? Does it make sense?
The question makes sense. I don't know whether she's going to cooperate or if she's cooperating with authorities. I'm quite sure they've been in touch with her and they located her. And if she testifies, I don't know what she's going to testify to. If she's asked a question, I can't forecast that. But if she testifies and says, yes, that's me on the tape, then basically I'm just being really honest with you. It's a wrap. They didn't have that in 2008.
Yeah.
She might get on the stand and say, no, that's not me. I don't know what y'all talking about. We can't project or suspect anything she might or might not say, and we can't suspect or project whether or not she's going to cooperate with her.
But if she does cooperate, would that be perjury on her end? Or if the father cooperated, would that be like, why didn't you pay taxes on the money you got? If you're saying, yeah, that's what happened.
I'm quite sure they're going to find that way around it because the information they're bringing forward is benefiting them, benefiting the prosecution. I know they're not going to put those two individuals in the pickle for helping them out. I just look at it this way: if he received money, then he committed a crime himself by not paying taxes on that money he received. Right?
Right.
If he got paid to go away and whatever the case may be, whatever they're alleging, and he received any type of money and didn't report it to the IRS, then he's guilty of a crime himself. So far as her, I don't know what role she played in 2008 because I wasn't around then in 2008. But I just, like I said, my opinion is that if they have her and they have him and they have Durham McDavid and they're all cooperating with the authorities, then it's going to be a uphill battle.
So I don't know how much we can talk about this, but Homeland Security, did they say or mention anybody to you as far as like questioning you about other people? Can you say that or no?
Yeah, they did. A whole bunch of people. The same people you see on the Lifetime docu-series, the same people you see on these on the blogs and leaving comments and stuff like that. A couple people.
So did they show you pictures of people and ask you about other people?
Yeah, it was an 8x10 binder, and out of probably about 100 pictures, they probably showed me about 25.
What did
about 25 people.
Okay. What did they talk about as far as evidence? What kind of evidence did they share any of that?
And they said they have evidence against them, and they're going to go after them. They said they're going to put them away for a long time. They was like, we have the evidence. We have this. We have that. And I'm like saying to myself, okay, if you have that, what the fuck am I sitting here for?
Right. So prima donna.
That was my train of thinking. I mean,
right.
Like, I was just like, only thing I could speak to them about is my experience during my tenure with him, what I saw, and I spoke my truth. And they asked, and I guess I wasn't telling them what they wanted to hear or whatever. And they was like, okay, can you come back tomorrow? And I was like, God dang, what else you gonna ask me? Mm-hmm.
So
but yes, they said they shared that with me, and I don't know if that was an interview, an interrogation tactic of trying to get me to say, damn, they got the evidence, I might as well say something that they want to hear. Mm-hmm. But when they told me that, I was just like, I just don't have, I don't know what you want from me.
Right.
I don't know what you want me to say.
When we talk about NDAs and signing NDAs and all that stuff, Prima Donna, you did some research on you kind of know about these things. And my question is, when you sign an NDA and you take money for that, how can you talk? Doesn't an NDA says it's a non-disclosure agreement and says that you cannot talk to anybody anymore? You got to let it go, walk away.
Well, that was part of my questions I had. Like, why weren't anybody shutting down these people, considering that Geronda Pace, out of her own mouth, says that she knows she could be sued for speaking out against R. Kelly, and it's on record. So that's why I was asking, why wasn't these people shutting this down when these people start breaking their contract?
Right. And then my other question would be, because he did that, and they started talking, why wasn't anybody defending, like coming out saying, even if, allegedly that R. Kelly didn't know about any of these non-disclosures or the payouts or whatever, but how come people wasn't saying, hey, whoa, we can't be doing this. Why we've already sign these papers? We paid, we can't. Is it because they didn't want to admit that they paid out? I'm confused. Anybody?
Well, if you look at Geronda Pay, she's proudly boasting. She tells us she got $50,000, then she got $5,000 a month. And they're all signed by Daryl McDavid, not R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Do you think that they haven't, and we're going to ask this last question and have y'all back out and come back in like we normally do. But why is it that they haven't reached out or tried to, or did they tell you, Kip, anything about Hankerson? Do they plan on reaching him, trying to find him? What's his part in it?
They asked me a little bit about him. They were asking me, who was he? What role did he play? And things of that nature. They really didn't go in depth to anything. I told you need to be looking at Daryl McDavid. They said, we already got Daryl McDavid. As a matter of fact, he has an ankle monitor on. He ain't going nowhere. We got him. And I was like, all right, okay. You were asking me questions about Robert's money and him stealing. And they sort of just looked at each other because it was a detective from the Chicago Police Department. It was two U.S. attorneys, an investigator from Homeland Security Investigations, and there was a gentleman from the IRS there.
Gosh. And New York on the other line.
And the entire legal U.S. attorney and investigators from New York. The people that charged them in New York, the whole team, they were on conference call the entire time. And they asked me questions as well. Whenever they could, whenever Chicago didn't have a question, they were asking me questions.
Whew. So there was some conversation going on, and we kind of touched on it real briefly about A&R. So, and there was people dragging about the situation. We don't have to call no names. We don't got to do none of that. I want to know, did R. Kelly have an A&R person other than DJ Wayne Williams? And if he did, who was it?
Let me tell you something. I know Rob. How many studio albums Robert had? Well, over 10, 15 studio albums. Probably more than that. I don't know right offhand. But I know from a fact, from 12 Play, which was done in 1993 and released in 1994, when I first started working, when I first came to him, there was only one A&R guy from the label run. His name was Wayne Williams.
Yep.
Wayne was from Chicago. Rob's last studio album was done, which was a Christmas album, in 2016. Every album from 1994 to 2016, there's only been one A&R person that's got A&R credit on every album. And he's on back to the album. He's on every track in his discography, and his name is Wayne Williams. And
he's freezing.
Beginning as the rock big superstar. He was the artist and repertoire. He was everything. He was the music. He was the writer. He was the producer. He was the music. He was the live show. He was the entity that he created himself into. He didn't no fucking A&R person to guide his career and to pick music for him. That was in the early part of his career. And the only reason why Wayne Williams continued to get credit like that, because him and Wayne, when Rob was finishing the project, him and Wayne would pick the song. The label had no say so. If Rob didn't want that song on there, it didn't go on it.
Okay, I have a question on the phone. Primadonna, they want to know, how is it that he got case in New York, and when some of these alleged acts didn't even take place in New York? What do you know about New York, Primadonna?
I feel like that primarily came because Gloria Allred and Michael Avenatti have special connections in New York. So again, it just goes to show the corruption around this case.
Okay, anything you want to add about New York since you talked to him, Kip?
I heard what she said, and not only that, I mean, fucking RICO charge? I mean, really?
Ridiculous.
One was a kidnapping charge. I'm like, kidnapping?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Listen, when he has his day in court, when all this information is released to the public, we'll really find out what he did and what he didn't do. What evidence, concrete, prima facie evidence they had and what they didn't have. I'm telling you right now, in order to prove a RICO case, you have to have, you gotta investigate that. You just can't put a RICO case to somebody and they do no fucking investigation. What? Come on, man. You know, RICO cases are used for drug dealers and fucking mafia kingpins and stuff like that.
That's what I read.
And when law enforcement do their investigation, it ain't no hearsay, she say. They do the investigation for like years, 2 years. They put people undercover. I mean, a RICO case is built. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, it's just like I said. When it comes out the wash, people are caught up with the charge. You can charge somebody with anything. It's what you can prove in court.
Yeah. They're saying, okay.
You don't have character witness in federal court. You can write letters. Because I wrote a character letter for my cousin who got in trouble federal-wise. It ain't this is not a state trial. They're going off the man is charged with some serious crimes. They're going to get right to the business. They're going to get right to the witnesses that they have, right?
Right.
And they're going to go off the evidence that they have, and they're going to present their case. And there's no character witness. That's why I don't understand why, but I'm not going to mention no names, why certain people went and did a certain thing, a documentary, after the fact. I'm like, what the fuck this appearing on a documentary speaking good about robbers going to do? Public opinion already have their minds formed.
I think that whenever, like you said, when public opinion is, it's almost like public opinion takes precedence over everything. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter.
The thing that's going to change the public's mind and change some of the people's minds is when that judge slam that gavel down and say not guilty.
Yeah,
come back with a verdict of not guilty. That's the only thing that's going to. Same thing in 2008 when he got exonerated. I mean, a lot, it shut a lot of people up. It shut a lot of people down. That changes public opinion. I'm not gonna go on no rant. I'm not gonna do no campaign for him to try to change people's mind. I'm not gonna go on Lifetime docu-series. I'm not gonna do no interviews with nobody to try to get them to like Robert, change their mind about what they think about Robert, because the damage is done already.
Right.
Lifetime have damaged, BBC have damaged them, and all these dumbass people running around on the internet. They got their minds made up, and it's just like the old story of you put 10 people in a circle, you whisper something in one person's ear, right? And tell them to whisper to the next person.
Yeah.
Time to get all the way back around.
Right.
Travels through a grapevine.
Right.
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 That's the new game. That's the internet.
Yeah, you'll never get the exact story.
Right. That's why I sit back. I told everybody the first time I talked. I said, listen, Robert's charged. He's accused of doing something. Let him have his day in court. Right.
Right.
Let his lawyers fight the fight for him. Right. Wherever it falls, it's gonna fall.
Right.
That's just the situation he's in right now.
He's
at the mercy of the court.
Yeah. Spitting fire.
Mercy of how things go for him.
They're saying that, and you're right. I agree 100%. He's at the mercy of the courts. Spin fire. If you're trying to call me, we're not getting it. It's 346-253-5367. Had to think about that. Okay, so next question. Let me see if we have some on the phone.
Kip, you said you were there when R. Kelly recorded You Are Not Alone?
Yes, at CRC.
So was Lizette Martinez there?
I didn't see Lizette Martinez. Peter Moker was the engineer. Abel was there. June Brown was there. Who else? Wayne Williams was there. Rodney East was there. These are the guys that played. A couple guys played a bit. Percy Beatty was there. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I was there. I mean, like, because I was like a little kid. You know, you mean fucking Michael fucking Jackson?
Yeah.
We had all those Disney characters set up on the soundboard. I mean, everything was Disney, and
What's
Rob
that
created the
number?
whole thing to make this dude feel comfortable, you know? I mean, he comes in one bodyguard. The bodyguard name was Marcus. And I worked with Marcus before on Lollapalooza back in 1993. Before I went to go work for Rob. I came off a world tour. But I did the first Lollapalooza tour. The first Lollapalooza tour, and Marcus and AD, who used to work for the family, before the family hired Bill Bray. Bill Bray was Michael Jackson's longtime bodyguard. And the only other two people that bodyguarded was a black gentleman by the name of Anthony Davis and a guy named Marcus. And when Marcus came to Chicago, he seen me with Robert. We were like, hey, what's up, blah, 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 whatever. And Michael came in and did his thing. Michael Jackson is not this weird guy that everybody, the public person, he is so goddamn normal. He talk normal. That little mouse voice that you hear him talking in, that's bullshit. He talk just like I'm talking right now. He eat fucking McDonald's. He don't eat seaweed. He'll sit around and tell you a story. He liked to watch TV. I mean, like, that was my experience. I mean, it was there. I was just in awe. But I didn't see nobody named Lizette. I don't even know who Lizette is.
She's one of the accusers from Lifetime
Right.
who said he inspired the You Are Not Alone song.
That's bullshit.
Send me your number. Text me. Text.
You know what? Hey, let me tell you something. Hey,
I'll call
listen,
you.
Primadonnaent, listen to this. Robert wrote that song so damn long ago. You don't understand. He had been written that song. He just didn't like when you know the song. I can't sleep, baby. I can't breathe, baby. Can't think, baby. That song.
Yeah.
That he had on one of his albums. We wrote that song for Toni Braxton, and her label turned it down. Babyface turned it down. Do you know that? Rob said, fuck them. Put it on my album. He put on his album. That song
You
went
told me that.
number one, 14 weeks at number one on Billboard, R&B. And fucking now Whitney Houston out and broke a record. 14 weeks at number one. I can't sleep. And when we don't need receipts, all you gotta do is go back and check that. So Rob writes songs. He wrote songs for Justin Timberlake. He had songs just sitting in the vault. When you know the movie 4th of July, they wanted two songs for him. They wanted A Soldier's Heart and I Need an Angel. But the deal was Rob was supposed to score the entire film, right?
Right.
When he didn't get the entire film, he said, fuck them, give me my two songs back. And he wanted to give him one song to Ruben Studdard, I Need an Angel,
Right.
right? And then the other song he did himself. He put out himself for the troops. He sung it in D.C. at the mall on 4th of July. It's called A Soldier's Heart. He wrote it for 4th of July. So You Are Not Alone, that's the song that he wrote that he had sitting there. He wrote songs for he had songs for everybody. When he got around to you, if you wanted it, like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre sent his artist named Truth Hurts down to Orlando to work with us. Rob already had 6 songs done for her already. She couldn't believe it. She's like, oh my goodness, this kid is already done? She thought she was going to come in the studio and they were going to create. So, I don't know what the hell that person is talking about. I don't even know. I didn't even watch the Lifetime. I didn't watch the Lifetime thing. I refused to watch it. And so, I was there. I didn't see and so far as female guests or people around, nobody's in the fucking studio with us. Nobody. He wouldn't even have nobody around.
Wow.
That's a made up story. I'm telling you that right now.
So
Not alone for them.
So I'm going to stop it right there. You want to see the rest of this interview, make sure you go on Phases of the next platform, see the full video. But I just wanted to summarize from what I gathered, being that Kip said he was there except from the years of 2008 through 2015, where it said that R. Kelly began to hang around a lot of questionable people. With that being said, as far as the earlier accusers, such as Tiffany Hawkins, Lizette, Patrice Jones and Tracy Sampson, according to what I'm hearing, it would be impossible for their stories to be true. And considering that their settlements more than likely came through Daryl McDavid, it might be quite possible R. Kelly may not have even known about it. What are your thoughts on what you've heard thus far? Have a great day.